Welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be filming a video on how I do my makeup for if I'm going to a pool party. I went to a pool party last week during that crazy heat wave, and this is the makeup look that I wore. It's super simple. Lots of sunscreen is used. It's effortless, simple, but I still look glowy and hydrated, and most importantly, protected from the sun. So if you're going to the pool or the lake or something like that, which I'm sure a lot of you are, then this will be helpful for you. I am wearing my bikini right now. It's just this cute kind of yellow bikini. I think I got this from Cup She or Zaful last year. I wouldn't recommend ordering from them because nothing else really fit me. So I'm just kind of wearing this top with this cute pair of linen shorts. And that's what I wore to the pool, and I really liked the look. If you're new to my channel, I'm Karina. My channel is focused on simple, natural, classy, wearable makeup looks. If you're into that style of makeup, definitely check out the rest of my content. Let's get right into the video. So I definitely look a little ridiculous right now because I just threw on my tanner and I haven't washed it off. But by the time we're finished with what I'm going to do on my face, it'll all just kind of look even and I'll look really bronzed and glowy for the pool. So let me show you what I use for my tanner, because this is one of my favorite products. I've been using it for years and years. This is Loving Tan. This is their 2-hour express dark bronze, and the reason I love this is because it develops in 2 hours. I hate sleeping with fake tanner on, like in my sheets, in my bed. You smell bad. It's just annoying. It gets everywhere. Whereas this, I'll like do a workout, throw this on, and then shower in 2 hours, and then I'm good to go for like the week. The next thing I went in with was, of course, a sunscreen, because I knew I would be outside by the pool all day. So I used the Glow Screen by Supergoop. Word of caution about this stuff, it is extremely glowy. So if you do have really highly oily skin, I probably wouldn't recommend this product. But my skin is dry. Like, you can use it if you're dry to normal, and it just gives you a very glowy underlayer, but we're going to combat that with a little bit of powder. You can really work with it so that the end result is just like a nice kind of glow to your skin and you're not uber shiny. So we're going to do a little bit of work on top of this. So I personally don't want to wear a lot of makeup at all. I just want to look like glowy, healthy, and just have my skin be very protected. So once I did the sunscreen, I just used a little bit of this It Cosmetics CC cream. This has SPF in it, but I'm barely gonna use any, so I would not rely on the SPF in this product to protect my face. And I'm just doing this to even out my skin a little bit, but I'm barely putting any. So I'll show you how much I would use. This is almost a full pump, and then I just kind of take it between my hands and dot it around my face. And then once I kind of have it evenly dispersed around my face, then I'll just rub that in with my fingers. Just because if I use a sponge, it'll probably take away too much of that product since we're barely putting any on. So I'm just gonna kind of rub that in with my hands. So I am gonna do a concealer just in the areas that I want to kind of even out my skin tone. And I always have blemishes on my jawline. So I'm just gonna cover up the blemishes and even out my skin tone a little bit. And when you have a little like sheer layer of foundation on first, it helps that concealer blend in so that it doesn't look like you're just wearing concealer in certain areas of your face. If you are really good at color matching and you have a concealer that fits you perfectly, then you don't necessarily need to do that step, but I think it helps a little bit. So I'm gonna use my MAC 24-Hour Smooth Wear Concealer just because I want the product to stay on for as long as it can, because I'll be out in the sun and sweating and it'll be hot and all of that, so we want something that will really stay. So I'm just gonna go a little bit in my eye socket. A little bit around my nose, because I do get redness there. And then just right on top of my blemishes. And then I'll just blend that in with my finger as well, just to get everything kind of like evenly covered. I did this look for a pool party I went to on Canada Day. It was so much fun because the mask mandate has just been lifted from Calgary. So it was just like a lot of people who were having a really good time. You could just tell the energy was fantastic because everyone's in such a good mood now that the mask law is gone. Most people here are vaccinated. It was just a really good time. Plus this was during that heat wave when it was like 40 degrees everywhere. So it really came at a nice time for everyone. I'm just gonna take a sponge and make sure everything is nice and even and blended. Now I just want to set the areas that I've concealed, like I don't want the concealer to budge off of those blemishes. I'm just going to use a translucent powder. This is the RCMA translucent powder. I just kind of put some on the back of my hand, and then I'll take a smaller brush and I'm just going to kind of set under my eyes, around my nose, and then definitely on my forehead because I don't really want all of that shine from the sunscreen on there. And then just like on my blemishes. And I think I'll just leave my cheeks like how they are because I don't mind if they're a little bit more shiny. And then after that, I just went in with a cream bronzer. I used my Chanel bronzer. And the reason I like this one is because it's not too much. Like I already have quite a bit of a tan on right now because of that product. So I just want to add a little bit more definition and shadow to my face. I'm just going to use this big foundation brush by Morphe, the M439. And I'll pick up a little bit of that product and I'm just gonna kind of do my cheeks. Like I'll start right at the top of my ear and I'll do my whole cheek area. So I'm not doing anything precise. I'm just kind of throwing this on so that I have a little bit more dimension going on. Around all of the edges of my face. And then for a little bit more on my cheek, I'm gonna use the Humor Me blush by MAC. I'm just gonna pick that up with a blush brush and run that over my cheek. So I'm really not going for like a high makeup look, but I still want to look like cute, bronzed, but minimal. I'm just going to fill in that beauty mark so that it doesn't look covered. Just makes everything look a little bit more natural. For my eyes and eyebrows, I just keep it really, really simple. So I'm going to use my Anastasia Brow Freeze. I'm just gonna brush my brow hairs up. So I'll just take a spoolie, dip it into that product, and just work it into my brows and kind of just brush them into the shape that I want. So pretty much kind of up and over. I'm not gonna put any other brow product in my eyebrows. You can definitely fill yours in a little bit if you need to, but most of you guys know I have my eyebrows microbladed, so I don't really feel the need to do that. If I was doing like a full look, going out for dinner, and I wanted my look to be a little bit more clean, then I would fill in some areas that are a bit more sparse, but for the pool, I don't really care. I just want it to be easy, simple, and looked groomed. And then for my eyes, I'll just take that blush brush and kind of run it over my whole entire eye socket, basically. Just kind of close my eyes and run it just for a little bit more kind of color there. And then for sure, I'm just gonna take that curler and curl my lashes up. I'm only going to put mascara on the top lashes, and you might not need to do this, but I'm going to take a clean eyebrow brush, just like a blending brush, and I'm going to dip it right into the powder and run this all over my eyes as well, because especially when I'm out in the sun or the heat, my eyes tend to crease if there's any concealer or any foundation there, and then my mascara will transfer to the top. But if I specifically focus on that area and really set it, it just really helps for that mascara not to transfer on top of my lid. I'm not gonna put any mascara on my bottom lashes. I'm just gonna keep it really simple and just keep the mascara right to the top lash, and it just makes the look simpler. And then just for a tiny bit of extra glow, kind of on the outer part of my cheek and temple area, I'm gonna take this Danessa Myricks highlighter. This is in the shade Tierra. I'm gonna just dot a little bit on the back of my hand, and I don't want it to be too much, so I'm gonna take my beauty sponge and dip that in there and kind of just run over this area on my cheek nice and high and right up onto the temple, just for an added glow. Just gonna wipe away this mascara now that it's all dried. And then we're almost done. For lips, I want them to look like wet and juicy. So first I'm going to use my Sugar Rose lip balm, Sugar Rose lip balm. It's just like a tinted lip balm. Keeps everything nice and hydrated. I'm not going to do any lining or anything like that. I'll dab a little bit of the Fenty lip gloss on top. Makes everything look even more like juicy and hydrated. I don't know, I just think it's like pool appropriate. And that is my finished look. This is what I wore for the pool. I don't feel like I'm wearing very much makeup. It's mostly sunscreen, like all of that glow is coming out from the sunscreen. But you can see, even though I set my face, like you still have a nice, like healthy glow to the product. So just a nice and quick video for you guys. I hope you liked it. I did miss posting a video last week and I'm sorry for that. We just bought a brand new house in Calgary. It's like an investment property, so we're building a suite in it. I've been over there every single day after work painting and, you know, cleaning up the yard. My partner's redoing the garage roof, and it's just been chaotic and hectic. So just stick with me until I can kind of get through this transition period. I'm gonna have to set up a new filming room and all of those things, but I'm gonna try to still film a few videos ahead of time so that I can post them for you guys. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.